So here's gonna be another video from beautiful NSC. Now I am probably most of the time gonna be wearing my sunglasses simply because otherwise my eyes are gonna be this small and I won't be able to read the text for you. Having said that, our last video Quant, and this is also important for all the Sui watchers because this video is gonna be about Sui. Quant, we generated in the first 24 hours more than 2,400 views. Now that is, for our channel at these crypto times, let's say, quite a lot. Now, why is it important for you? Because it shouldn't matter to you, which videos we get a lot of views or not. But then again, it should. It clearly shows that there is a much larger, broader audience for Quant than many of our previous videos. It is an indication that probably Quant is a good buy. Having said that, we're going to talk about Sui today, and I also believe that this video with the Sui audience is going to generate pretty many views. So it's not about, expanding. I'm not here to talk about expanding my YouTube channel. I'm actually giving you kind of a inside indication which videos, which projects, which protocols are really being tracked. Anyway, let's get into Sui. The Sui blockchain recorded 14.8 billion decentralized exchange trading volume during May 2025, and this figure represents the highest monthly volume since the network's launch. Sui blockchain has achieved a significant milestone by surpassing 10 billion transactions as reported in May 2025, highlighting its strengthening position in the blockchain industry. Now, achieving 10 billion transactions marks a key milestone for Sui, demonstrating its robust growth and expanding influence within the blockchain sector, reflected by significant on-chain dynamics. Currently, the total value locked, also known as TVL, reached 2.3 billion, rising 7.69% within a single day. Network data indicates funds moved into Sui-based applications exceeded outflows slightly. Now, over recent period, 54 million entered these protocols. During the same time frame, 53 million exited. This resulted in a net positive movement of 1.3 million into the ecosystem. Now, the Sui ecosystem is largely focused on decentralized applications and has been dubbed a potential Solana killer. And currently, Sui is making a strong technical case for a 100% price rally in the next coming weeks, helped further by a slew of optimistic updates such as the recent Nasdaq ETF filing with the US Securities and Exchange Commission. Nasdaq has filed for crypto asset manager 21 Shares to list a spot Sui exchange-traded fund in the US, initiating the Securities and Exchange Commission's review process. The stock market's May 23 19B4 filing, which asks the SEC to list the 21 Shares Sui ETF, follows 21 Shares April 30th submission of its S1 registration statement to the SEC, which asked the regulator to approve trading of the proposed fund. Now, earlier, Sui and 21 Shares have solidified their partnership with renewed efforts to increase the adoption of the Sui on a global scale as institutions showed increased interest and major increase in the on-chain activity. And this strategic partnership between the Layer 1 blockchain and the Switzerland-based exchange-traded product provider has been officially announced on May 14th, so pretty recent. Partnering with Sui speaks to where we see the future of blockchain infrastructure heading, said Federico Procate, I hope I pronounced it right, who leads US business operations at 21 Shares. He added, "We believe Sui has the technical underpinnings, DeFi and developer ecosystems, and institutional alignment to play a central role in crypto for a long time." The renewal of this engagement is considered to be one of the moves that 21 Shares has made as a part of its strategic foray into the American market, because it builds upon the infrastructure that Sui offers to go beyond its European imprint. But it's truly, without a doubt, that I will encourage you and everyone to dive into the exciting evolution of SUI, the SUI ecosystem, and its potential. But as always, before we start, I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps. And in case you're new to crypto, get yourself educated as fast as possible because this market is taking off. I believe it is just a matter of weeks. In fact, we have already taken off. We just saw Bitcoin hitting an new all-time high. When was it? Last week, 2 weeks ago? And it's just a matter of little time before the altcoin market is going to follow. As you always know, it is with great conviction and hard work that I try to provide you top quality projects. So please hit the like, subscribe to the channel, join the live streams when they will be on so that you can become among the top 1%. My name is Nico Arachi and I am a real investor. The live SUI price today is trading at $3.24 and the current coin market cap ranking is number 12. Sure, it's going to hit the top 10 very soon with a live market cap of more than 11 billion. Still trading at 39% below its all-time high, which was recorded on January the 6th, 2025. And now let's get into the news, because the digital asset world is bustling with news from the SUI blockchain. You see, in a significant development for the network, the total supply of SUI stablecoin asset has officially surpassed the remarkable 1 billion mark in value. And this milestone highlights the increasing adoption and liquidity flowing into the SUI ecosystem. So the question that you might ask yourself, what is driving the growth of the SUI stablecoin supply? Well, reaching 1 billion in stablecoin supply isn't just a number, it's a strong indicator. I gotta repeat that, it's a strong indicator of a blockchain's health. Right? If we look at the Polkadot ecosystem, well, they don't look so healthy. Let's be honest. SUI looks very healthy. So as I'm saying, it's a strong indicator of a blockchain's health, utility, and growing user base. Stable coins' presence and volume on a network facilitate various activities from trading and lending to payments and remittances. SUI has actively integrated several prominent US dollar-pegged stablecoins into its ecosystem. And the SUI network currently supports the USDC, the FDUSD, the AUSD, the USDY, and the BUCK, BUCK. Now, the availability of multiple established and native stablecoins provides users with choice and increases confidence in the network's ability to handle significant value transfers. The influx of these assets suggests growing demand from users and decentralized applications built on SUI for stable, reliable mediums of exchange and value storage. Next piece of news. Soon, very soon, SUI will join forces with Fireblocks, which is one of the most trusted names in digital asset security, in order to enhance institutional-grade infrastructure on the leading Layer 1 network, marking a significant step forward in expanding institutional access to the SUI ecosystem. It's always beautiful when we know that we can have that access to institutional money, institutional funds. And it needs to be secure, right? So from secure custody to seamless DeFi connectivity, Fireblocks will enable institutions to engage with SUI more easily and at scale. Now, the integration will bring a comprehensive suite of capabilities to SUI, and they include native custody for SUI assets, full support for the SUI coin standard, enabling seamless storage and management of Sui-based tokens, direct exchange connectivity for Sui-based tokens, and access to SUI DeFi protocols through Wallet Connect. Offering the best institutional-grade custody, staking, and DeFi access is fundamental to SUI's continuous growth within institutions, and Fireblocks is the ideal infrastructure provider to help SUI get there. At least that's what Adenye Abiomdum, co-founder and chief product officer at Mistin Labs, the original contributor to SUI, said. Furthermore, the SUI community passes vote to repay 162 million to CETUS exploit victims. SUI validators approved the government's proposal to return the 162 million in frozen assets linked to a recent exploit at the CETUS, which is a decentralized exchange on the SUI network, marking a key step toward full user repayment. This is actually quite significant. Now, I myself didn't really hear about this incident, but the fact that the users are being fully repaid is magnificent, right? It's really a token of trust. Cetus was exploited for over 220 million worth of digital assets on May 22, but validators managed to freeze 162 million of the funds shortly after the incident. In a governance vote concluded on May 29th. With this result, the impacted funds will be moved to a multi-sig wallet and held in a trust until they can be returned to users according to the plan led by Cetus. I mean, what can you say? They acted quickly, swift and quickly, and got a lot of confidence, at least from my side. I feel this. I was not exposed myself, but if there is a hack or you think you lose your assets and then actually the blockchain or the protocol is able to repay you, I can tell you, you get very relieved and happy. And that's all I got to say about this in this video. Now, I feel that we really are sticking true to our commitment to offer you top quality projects, true market leaders of tomorrow. I'm also gonna go ahead and say that we're gonna be adding to our portfolio Quant and Sui, and maybe you will too. Just remember, don't rely on what I say and do. You have to do your own research. It's important because in the end of the day, I don't know about crypto. Nevertheless, my name is Nico Arachi and I am a real investor.